Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. I gotta say, I'm sort of scared, but at the same time happy, given the fact that we've had such an amazing time with the last episode, or the first episode of The Last of Us. I find myself being overly optimistic. The whole deal with The Last of Us is just, we had a great first episode. It added things where it needed to be. It took away things that I didn't really miss. And overall, it put everything that happened in the game into, I think it perfectly encapsulated everything into the first episode, exactly what it needed to be. I can't say that it's perfect yet because we're only one episode in, and I think there's 8 overall in this season, so...
Not to mention, the last adaptation of something zombie-related that I really, really liked had an amazing first episode that was almost one-for-one, adapted exactly from the source material, and then went on in episode 2 to fucking make everything up and make it awful. And for some reason, the greater population, being zombies themselves, were just like, cool, and supported it anyway.
It's because most people weren't. Most people had no idea about the original, though. I don't know. There's things about The Walking Dead. Like after season 4, I just lost interest. I know there's people who are still dedicated fans nowadays, and are just like, oh my gosh, can you believe that? The final, the final season, part 2, part 1, finale A was what did this and did that, and I'm just like, I do not care.
Isn't it finally over though?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't care.
Pretty sure it's finally over.
Final episode was November 20th, 2022, so not that long ago. Anyway, let's move on to a series that I do want to watch more of, and I hope does continue the upward trend of doing justice to the source material. And this is The Last of Us, Season 1, Episode 2, Infected.
We're falling more outside the territory this episode of stuff that's actually stuck in my memory now, though, so whether or not this follows the source material probably won't really actually matter as much for me.
Oh, I remember this part.
As long as it's good.
The part between where they escape Boston and make it to Bill's. I remember this part very well. Let's go ahead and jump on in. This is The Last of Us, Season 1, Episode 2, Infected. Uh-oh. Indonesia. Okay. Oh, we're going to see the origins?
Saya ada berbuat suatu kesalahan.
Tidak, tentu saja tidak.
Apa Bapak tidak salah orang?
Anli Bu Ratna, Profesor Mikologi, Universitas Indonesia.
Oh, okay. Mycology, so...
Bu Ratna untuk meneliti spesimen yang telah kami persiapkan.
Iya, ini opiocordyceps.
Cordyceps.
Tapi kenapa menggunakan klorazol untuk mempersiapkan?
Ambilan sampel dari tubuh manusia, Bu Ratna.
Cordyceps tidak bisa bertahan pada manusia.
Yeah, you say that, but there's... Oh, she was bitten. There it is.
Tan menyerang 4 orang rekan kerja dan menggigit 3 orang diantaranya. Mereka kemudian mengunci perempuan itu di kamar mandi sampai kemudian polisi datang.
Gimana dengan orang yang digigitnya?
Dibawa untuk diobservasi.
Siapa yang menggigit perempuan itu, Pak?
Kami tidak tahu, ya, Bu.
Lalu pekerja yang lain bagaimana?
14 orang hilang.
She's shaking. She's so nervous.
Tidak ada obat. Dan tidak ada vaksin.
Jadi apa yang harus kami lakukan?
Bom. Mulailah pengoboman. Saya pulang. Saya ingin bersama dengan keluarga.
I could only imagine. Druckmann directed this one. Interesting.
Good morning. Do I look like I'm infected?
Show us your arm.
No change.
Yeah, it's not getting any worse, is it? There's not gonna be anything bad in here?
Just you.
Oh, funny.
She made it through the fucking night, Joe.
It doesn't matter. It's gonna happen sooner or later.
Not necessarily.
All right, we're still close to the wall. We sneak her back into the QZ. We find a different way to get the battery.
This is our best shot.
Full sandwich.
Is that chicken?
Yep. There's a Firefly base camp somewhere out west. With doctors. They're working on a cure.
I've heard this before.
And whatever happened to me is
the key to finding the vaccine. That's what this is.
Fuck you, man. I didn't ask for this.
You and me both. If she so much as twitches.
Don't.
And at this point, fuck it. You're already, like, out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Can I have a gun?
Absolutely not.
Okay, Jesus, fine. I'll have to throw a fucking sandwich at them.
Pull your knife out. It'll be more effective.
That building right there reminds me of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Long way or short way?
I mean, it's the long way or the we're fucking dead way.
Well, I vote long way, just based on that limited information.
Check it from the hotel first.
Okay.
Everyone said the open city was crazy. Like, swarms of infected running around everywhere.
Not exactly like that.
So there aren't super infected that explode fungus spores on you?
Shit, I hope not.
Or ones with split open heads? Well, I don't know how to swim.
Seriously?
Do you think we have pools in the QC?
No, smart ass. I mean,
I don't know how I was supposed to know that. Yes, sir. I would like your finest suite, please. Yes, ma'am. Would you like me to take your luggage?
you're a weird kid.
You're a weird kid.
All right, well, I mean, maybe I could climb up there, work my way around.
I feel like you definitely ran into infected by this point in the game, right?
Yes.
What now?
Oh, boy.
I'm assuming what they came to check is not looking good.
Oh, man. Oh. That's a lot of them. Oh, look at them when the sun hits them. That's, such a great detail.
You step on a patch of cordyceps in one place, and you can wake a dozen infected from somewhere else. Now they know where you are, now they come. You're not immune from being ripped apart. You understand?
Oh, yes. I remember this from, I remember this part.
A lot of fungus growing on that place.
Fucking kidding me.
Dried up.
It's bone dry.
I have a spare hand.
Congratulations.
I actually made my hand hurt from just like clenching it because just
The tension.
yeah, the tension of this episode.
Shit.
Fresh one. Clickers.
I don't hear it. Who would you hear? Are you saying something did that?
Is that you?
Yes.
Quit.
I'm sorry.
That wasn't very silent.
No.
It's also going to be an interesting change if clickers are the first thing they come across.
We really run into clickers after we find that one that was infected, that was like stuck to the wall because it was grown over.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
If it's the game, he would have been dead. So I believe if they grab you, that's like instant kill every time, pretty much.
No, there's a shiv that you can...
Oh yeah, besides having an item to use. For the most part that I remember, you can't really fight clickers. For the most part in the stealth segments, if you get seen, you're screwed.
Yeah. Also, I love the fact that they have the mycelium growing out on its head to add that extra plate of armor that makes it harder to kill them.
It's like fucking right next to him, isn't it? Yep. They're doing a good job of nailing the tension of these scenes in the game, though.
Yeah,
These are the most butthole clenching scenes in the game.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's like, even though I know none of these characters aren't gonna die here, because obviously, like, it's still tense. And that's impressive.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh no. No. Good hit, Tess. Axe to the side of the head.
Whew.
Was able to shoot through the armor.
Well, I didn't shit my pants. You fucking kidding me?
All right.
But man, you can't deny that view.
Yeah. The state building. You've seen that where you've been to Boston, right? The Golden Dome. I say, it's good on Ellie to hit the genetic lottery, huh? That's a lot of blood. Might have something to do with that.
Inside. Holy shit.
The healthy ones fought the sick ones, everyone lost. Tess, what are you doing? Tess, it's over. We are going home.
This is not my fucking home! Our luck had to run out sooner or later.
She's infected.
Oops. Right. Take your bandage off.
Nothing.
Look. Joel. This is real. Josh is fucking real.
It's already started.
I need you to get her to Bill and Frank's. They'll take her off your hands. They'll handle it from here. You keep her alive. And you set everything right. Please.
Oh, fuck!
How many?
All of them. Maybe a minute.
Oh, hell.
What are you doing?
Making sure that they don't follow you.
Tess.
Say who you can say.
We're not leaving her! Get off me, you fucker! Not going with you!
You don't really have a choice, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Zippos, they never light when you need them to, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no!
Ooh, what the
why?
fuck?
Why? Drop it. Woo! Yeah, the way that Tess went out there, bit different than what it was in the games. For those of you who haven't played the games, if you do not want spoilers on how things went in the games, please cover your ears now or skip forward. Tess in the original game was killed by Fedra soldiers, and yeah, it was just as brutal, if not worse, than this. Don't get me wrong, the actress who plays Tess here is great. I love her work, and I like her performance here. but I would say overall, her emotional connection to Joel in the game, I felt was a little bit... I don't know. It was just played different and, in my mind, played a little bit better. That's just my opinion on that. And also how Tess went out there at the end, I mean, with the whole, cordyceps zombie guy, just kissing her and everything. That was a bit...
That's fucking weird.
It was a little fucking weird, but at the same time, I maybe there'll be more to explain to that. Maybe the cordyceps basically convinces them that there's a fresh body here that's infected. Let's attach ourselves to her or attach ourselves to it, and thus use it to keep spreading. I don't know.
I think they did it mostly for shock value.
Probably, and I'm not against shock value. There's certain things like the shock value. Speaking of Boston, Leonardo DiCaprio's fate in The Departed, that was shock value, and it freaking worked. And you see that's the thing with shock value in this. I would say it was all right, but I would say for me the big deal was I thought that the way Tess went out in the original I liked better than this. It just my opinion. Still, this doesn't take away from.
Really, I think it's something that, as someone who has played through the games and stuff, it's kind of strange from our perspective, but there's really nothing wrong with it, probably from the perspective of someone who just watches the show and has never played the game.
And that's why I say, if you haven't played the game and you want to play the game, that's why I told you to skip ahead.
Yeah.
But
for me, that's the first big problem that I really have had with the show is just the cordyceps kiss thing.
That's really that's the only thing.
That was fucking weird. I'm not really a big fan of that.
Yeah.
But other than that, this episode again kept up great tension. Kept up the cool thing where they're making me feel like parts of it are still you almost forget that you're not playing a game at parts because they try to keep the same sort of feel of what it would be like to play a game.
Yes.
While still obviously translating it well into, live action. And I don't know, I'm still on board. I still think that was a good episode.
This is still a great episode.
I hope they don't get too fucking weird and wacky with the things like that they're going to be having the infected do throughout the series. But...
Yeah, I would say the first episode, definitely a 10 out of 10. This is still an 8.5, if a 9 out of 10. Still great. Still a great episode, but just a little bit weird with the execution there at the end. That's the only thing that I really have an issue with that episode. But... did you want to watch the preview for the next episode, or did you want to save on that?
It's whatever.
Because Nick Offerman. Sounds like Ron Swanson.
Every bum you talk to about it is going to show up here looking for a free lunch. And this is not an Arby's.
Well, Arby's didn't have free lunch. It was a restaurant.
We'll be fine.
Okay. I say Nick Offerman is friggin' Bill.
I like that this is not an Arby's. Arby's was a restaurant.
Arby's was a restaurant. They didn't do free lunches. It's I think the parable there is just this is not a school luncheon. This is not grade school.
So this is not a soup kitchen, basically.
Yeah, it's this is not a soup kitchen, and. Yeah, I could definitely see, and again, Nick Offerman just being Nick Offerman, I could definitely see Ron Swanson being that way, just not today, you New World jackboots.
Yeah,
I could definitely see Ron in his bunker underneath, just sharpening his knives and readying his guns just in case. Oh, I can definitely see it.
It's literally just actually Ron Swanson who survived the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, he's like
in The Last of Us, and he just changed his name to Bill in the
he's like
post-apocalypse. He's like, you know what? It's the post-apocalypse. I've always kind of wanted a different name. I've always thought Bill would be a cool name.
Oh, Bill. Yeah. Bill, that's a great name. And you know what? I'm going to move out of Pawnee, and I'm going to move to the middle of Pittsburgh.
All of a sudden, Aziz Ansari's character shows up. He's like, Ron, you're alive too.
Bang!
Holy no, he's like, holy crap, man. And he's like, God damn it. And he's like, I go by Bill now.
He's like,
oh, you must have named it after that character from The Last of Us. And he's like, what? He's like Bill. That? He's like a badass, zombie survival guy in The Last of Us. I don't want to be named Bill anymore.
Yeah,
no, not The Last of Us. Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead. Oh, like Tom.
Bill. He was that badass in Left 4 Dead.
I could definitely see Tom like approaching in the distance, like Aziz Ansari Tom, and he's just he's like Ronnie Ron, how you doing? You're still alive. I can't believe it. Hey, where's Diane? It's like, I left her back in Indiana. She made it abundantly clear she didn't need me anymore. She started swinging a sword around her head and going, yeah. That's a callback to Lucy Lawless playing Xena Warrior Princess. So, I'm excited for the next episode. So, again, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. This was The Last of Us, Episode 2, Infected. If you want to see more, you all know the score. If you're on YouTube right now, you'll have to wait till next week. But if you're watching this on page, if you want to see the next episode and you're seeing us on YouTube, you can actually go to our Patreon, and you can see the next episode there. Or if you're watching this on Patreon right now, we're so sorry, but yeah, next week we will have the next episode up. But for now, you can't stay here, but you got to go somewhere else. Until next time, I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
See you later, everybody. Peace.